Okay, so today we've got a double doozy for you here. We've got Todd McFarlane figures from the Warhammer 40k. Okay, what we've got here is the I can't say that for the life of me. Ultramarines Reiver with Bolt Carbine. And then, because we need somebody for him to fight, we've got the Tyranid Genestealer here. So let's crack these things open and find out, are they worth it? So we're going to start with our Ultramarine Reiver here. Let's get them out of the package real quick. So there we go. I've got them both out of the box there, and we will start with this big boy here. Now, just for scale size, this is the Quantumania Marvel Legends, which is roughly about 1/12 scale. So you can see how much bigger these figures are than the Marvel Legends line. So first off, he comes with his jetpack with some articulation on that jetpack, right? Let's pop that on right now. It's got this little thingy doer here. We're gonna pop it right on the back there. There we go, and it was a little tough to get in there, but that means it's going to stay put, right? And it's probably going to affect his standing ability slightly, but if you can see these big, massive feet that this guy has, I don't think we're going to have any trouble with him standing and stuff like that. And this guy feels good. Like, the material he's made out of just feels good. He doesn't, like, he feels clunky because he is clunky. You know, he's a big dude, right? The other thing he comes with is this massive bolt gun. And if you want to just take a moment to could you see the size of this thing compared to a Marvel Legends? He's half the size of his body. This gun is pretty cool though, because I mean, Ant-Man could use it. Why? Because he'll scale to just about anything. So that's pretty cool. But that's a really nice piece. If you see there, it's got a little bit of kind of a weird kind of texture there from the mold, but you're not going to see that a whole ton. So, because you're going to be using it in a manner like that, right? Both of these figures are going to come with their classic Todd McFarlane style stand, which I don't think this guy is going to need. Let's check this guy out. He is so cool. You can see he's got a lot of good details. He's got some grenades there. Paintwork is fine. The detail could be a little bit more. Like, they could have spent a little bit more time with some of these pouches, some of these straps and stuff like that. Kind of made them look a little more appealing. This inner side here, it is lacking a little bit of more detail is what I'm asking for, Mr. McFarlane. But let's check out, also, if you can see, there's a little blemish right there, probably from the mold line. But all in all, I like this guy. You know, what is he worth? If I can remember correctly, I'll put it up on screen, but we're talking about 25-30 bucks for these guys, Canadian. Found them on Amazon. Let's check out the posability. So right here, great detail, by the way. We've got some movement here, which I think is really going to help when we pose this guy, right? Again, movement on that shoulder. Great detail, by the way, right? We've got a couple of lines here, but I think they're intentional. I don't know if you can really see them, but I think that's a style choice because he does have some war damage here. We'll talk about that in a minute, but let's see. So he doesn't really have, okay, he's got to have some shoulder stuff there because you can see that little hole there, which means that he's got to be, there we go. And it's a little clicky. And because of that shoulder pad, he's going to be lacking a little bit in that range there. What do we got here? Yeah, so he does have double jointed elbows, and I like how they've kind of painted that black in there, so it kind of fills that void, and it doesn't really look unintentional, you know. But yeah, that's some pretty good movement there. All right, let's see some wrist action here. I'm gonna say there's not a lot. It turns. I think the most important thing to understand here is that it's a bit stiff. But you know what? I'm not liking that so much. Not any wrist action there. You know, check the other shoulder out. He's gonna go up. He can reach up, right? Because that's they're gonna let you do that, right? Again, I'm seeing, okay, so there's a little bit of wrist movement here, right? So I'm assuming the other hand's just a bit stiff. It's minuscule though. It's not the best. I do like how they've approached these gaps here, you know, and they've made it look like this gap here. All right, head, we can turn it. This whole piece up here is going to make this very difficult. The head movement up and down, almost non-existent. Almost non-existent. But I'm going to tell you, this is not making me like this figure any less, because it's just a killer figure, you know? There's quite a bit of ab crunch there. Like, if you could see this, it's a large figure, so you're not going to get as much movement as you want in like a smaller figure, but I'm actually quite impressed by that. He can look up. That is for sure. That's pretty good as far as I'm concerned. Wow. Let's check out the legs. Now, obviously, we're going to get some spinny on the torso there. But let's check out these legs, okay? Can he kick? He can kick. He can Sparta kick. All right. We've got toe articulation. Love it. All right. The foot, a little bit of articulation there. Not a ton. Let's see. Can we turn this? That's a bit of a weird pose. Again, we can do a bit of a split. You know, they've done okay with those gaps there. All right. Let's say what we can do with these legs. Oh, they're stiff. They're stiff. Looks like double jointed. There we go. So he can get his leg right up there, and that like looks like he could do like a good diving pose type deal. That's actually pretty good. I'm liking that. I think I'm gonna enjoy this. Good details on the knee there and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna say is where this kind of falls short. Take a look at that jetpack there. Is I think that it could use some sort of a wash. All right, and I'm going to assume that the next figure is going to fall under the same kind of category here. It could use some like panel lining and stuff like that in these, you know, little grooves and stuff like that. A little bit of black, maybe a Gundam pen would do well. You know, just pointing out all these details and stuff. I think a wash would do really nice. Other than that though, this guy, I'm liking him. You know, he's a beefy, big guy. Let's put his gun in his hands. Just look at how cool he looks. Like, he's just a powerful looking character. It's so cool. I love the details on the face too. Somebody else that I was watching kind of a review for this guy, they were saying that the face paint was not the greatest. I think this guy's fine. Some cool details there. Let's get into our next character. Which is the Genestealer. Now, he comes in the box with his arms detached so that he can fit in the box, because he's a big boy too. Now, something about this figure in particular that people were leaving as a review on Amazon, again, right around $30 for this figure. We're going to find out if that's worth it. But people have been having an issue putting these arms off and breaking the peg. Now, we're gonna hope that doesn't happen here. Which arm goes where, or does it matter, I wonder? Looks like the smaller hand goes on the bottom. Let's try to pop that in there. Second arm went in. It was tough to get on there, but I didn't snap anything. So let's take a look at this guy in whole. Again, comes with the peg. This guy might need it a little more than the first guy. Look at that detail down here in the stomach. Pretty good. He's got a little more detail than the last guy. The washes in this arm and stuff like that, in the mouth, along the head, along the back here, pretty nice. Could it use a little bit of panel lining, I think, kind of enhance that look? Absolutely, absolutely. But again, a good start. I mean, if you look, you've even got some muscle lining here and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool. It's kind of, he's got kind of like a little weird wiener tail there, which I'm sure is fine. Let's check out this face. Looks pretty gnarly, eh? Paint job is pretty good. Liking how those eyes are looking. Deep down in that mouth, lots of detail. Lots of detail. Let's see if we can actually get it in focus. You know, liking all the detail down the neck and stuff like that. Looking pretty good as a figure. Let's check out some of that articulation. Head. Oh my goodness, I thought we were gonna get more movement in that head, but we don't have a ton of movement. That neck and that jaw are really getting in the way. Can go up a little bit, down a little bit, sideways, all you want, right? Yeah, it looks pretty good. Arms, we got some back and forth there. Looks like we can go pretty high up. If we turn that, I don't know. You can see that joint there and how that's working, and I think I like that. That's a good position for that. And he can reach pretty high up. I'm sure if you turn this, it's just becoming difficult for me. You could get him to go even higher. That back shell piece right there is really gonna limit you a little bit. It looks like it does have, is that a single joint or a, I don't know, that might be a single joint, but I don't know, that feels like it's all it really needs. If it is a double joint, it's, oh no, it does have a double joint there, because I got that to go up, but that elbow right there, I like how they've kind of hidden the joints quite well with this figure. Awesome. We'll go for the other arm here. Again, yeah, see how you can turn that right there? I like that. You could probably do that more up here once it's not so stiff. Comes out, we've got quite a bit of articulation with that. Again, we're gonna get double jointed arms here. Like that looks pretty cool. Like that's, with the four arms, that's a pretty cool, that's gonna be really cool for posing and stuff. Hands, we've got quite a bit more movement in the hands than we do on the Ultramarine. So that's really good. Look at that claw, right? Look at that claw. All right, let's get into the torso. Look at that. You can just get wide open, just pretty cool. I like it. I'm liking it. These figures are really cool. Look at that torso. Look at that crunch. Like you're gonna get him into some sweet poses. Oh my God. Really cool. Right? He can twist. I thought, what more can you ask for? Like a big figure like this, I did not expect that. Legs. Again, look at this. There's some mad articulation on this thing. Like it's pretty cool. Again, a little bit rough on the joints here. They're what can you do about that, honestly? All right, he can pretty much do anything he wants. Double jointed here, but his legs are meant to be kind of more posed like that, almost like a dinosaur and stuff. So, you know, you're gonna get him like, what can I say? Pretty awesome. Awesome foot joint there, and the toe articulation. You're gonna get some awesome posing with this guy. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm really actually quite impressed by this this figure. They don't feel bad, you know. They don't feel bad. They feel great to pose. One thing I will say about this particular character is that they've got, if you can see, some of the paint here is not perfect. Now, and I wonder if that's a design choice, because it is consistent. If you can see here, it is consistent. And I wonder if that's a design choice. And if it is, I'm perfectly fine with that. 30 bucks a piece. I think the Ultramarine was a little bit cheaper at like 25. This guy, a little bit more. I think he was about 28 on Amazon. Got them together because why wouldn't you? And I'm gonna put this guy on his stand because I think he's gonna need it. Are these guys worth the 25, 30 bucks? Yeah, any day of the week. These guys are just cool. I'm digging these guys. I didn't think I would like these guys as much as I do, but I really do like these guys. There's some small issues, maybe some articulation, but like you run into that problem with a lot of McFarlane toys, I think. And as far as McFarlane toys go, I think these guys are just killing it. You know, what a great set of figures. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with these guys. Check out the posing segment. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on IG. Links are gonna be down below. Thanks a lot, guys.